A noticeable frame rate advantage for the PlayStation 5 over the Xbox Series X for major third-party titles have left many people confused as to how this can happen, considering the edge in power for Microsoft's console, but Xbox has now responded, ensuring everybody that this issue will be fixed. Welcome everybody and thank you for joining me. So today I want to talk about an issue that has been ongoing since this new console launched, and that is the frame rate difference between the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X. Now I held off on this topic because I'm not really a fan of covering these type of stories where the consoles get directly compared, because it always sparks these type of console war debates, which I really hate, but I trust that everybody watching will be respectful to each other. So Xbox has been marketing themselves as the most powerful console ever, and you might have even heard me say things like next gen games will look and run best on the Series X. Well, it turns out at least early on that might not be the case, as a bunch of huge third-party titles seem to run better on the PlayStation 5. Now there are some reasons for this which I will explain a bit later on, as Xbox did respond by stating that these issues will be fixed. I also expect that the power of the Xbox Series X will be taken full advantage of as the new generation continues, but for now let's take a look at the story first. So The Verge did an article where they laid everything out very well, and so did Digital Foundry, who did all of the testing. So let's just take a look at these tests, the first one being Devil May Cry 5. As pointed out in the article, while the Xbox Series X takes a slight lead in 4K and ray tracing performance modes on Devil May Cry 5, the high frame rate modes run noticeably better on the PlayStation 5, with frame rate gaps between the two systems at more than 40 frames in some scenes. The dips look really strange to me, and it kind of suggests to me some kind of API limitation on the Xbox side, where the GPU is being held back by something, suggesting Digital Foundry editor Richard Leadbetter. So this is the first gap in performance that you can see, and it is quite a big one. 40 frames at some points can be quite noticeable. Another title where these gaps were picked up was Assassin's Creed Valhalla, being a title that Xbox heavily promoted. The article points out again, Digital Foundry found that the Xbox Series X version of Valhalla includes a lot of screen tearing and regular dips below 60 frames. The PlayStation 5 version appears to run a lot more smoothly. Variable refresh rates do make up for the screen tearing on the Xbox Series X, but you'll need a modern TV to support that. Now there is plenty more games that was compared, and I will leave a link down in the description if you guys would like to go and check it out. I definitely recommend it. It is a great read, so please go and support the official sources. But it is not just all doom and gloom for Microsoft, because they have responded and they will be fixing these issues. They said the following in a statement: "We are aware of the performance issues in a handful of optimized titles on the Xbox Series X and S, and we are actively working with our partners to identify and resolve the issues to ensure an optimal experience," says Microsoft spokesperson in a statement to The Verge. As we begin a new console generation, our partners are just now scratching the surface of what next-gen consoles can do, and minor bug fixes are expected as they learn how to take full advantage of our new platform. We are eager to continue working with developers to further explore the capabilities of Xbox Series X and S in the future. So for those who might wonder how this can happen considering the power difference between the consoles, well, it is quite simple. It is on the development side. The article points out Microsoft only allows developers to submit games for the Xbox Series X certification in June after delivering an update to its game development kit. That follows the company's rather tight schedule for the dev kit allocations, all while I've been consistently hearing that many developers had access to PlayStation 5 dev kits far in advance of Xbox versions. So simply put, Microsoft did not give developers enough time to fully optimize their games, but nonetheless going forward they will. Now honestly, I have the Xbox Series X and I have been having a great time with the console. I have been enjoying Game Pass and catching up on some of the titles before Cyberpunk 2077 gets released or delayed again. Both these consoles are great and have their advantages, and I have no doubt that going forward we will see some truly amazing things from both, and I also expect Xbox to showcase their full power going forward. As I've said before, the future of Xbox have never looked brighter. But on that note, this is where I'm going to end it. So if you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that like button. If you would like to see more videos like this, please consider subscribing, and as always, please remember to stay safe, wash your hands, don't touch your face, and I hope to see you again soon.